Fear is a universal thing, but admittedly, most horror genres aren't the most horrific. Realistically, you're not going to be chased by a monster or jump scared by an alien entity, but horror is meant to make you feel like you are or would be. To end this spooky month of October right, I want to talk about one of my personal favorite genres of horror, which capitalizes on how it makes you feel to begin with: psychological horror. Welcome to PsyPop.
Oh my god, it hurts so much.
In this series, we'll be tackling how pop culture or something in pop culture has displayed the phenomenon. There's an airplane coming. My fear are airplanes. Those are real, and they really kill the vibe that I was going for, when I'm on a roll. Back to video. Welcome to PsyPop. In this series, we'll be tackling how pop culture or something in pop culture has displayed the phenomenon where we can learn from it in the context of psychology and mental health. If you like this series and don't want to miss out on future episodes, don't forget to show support by liking and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get a notification whenever we post a new video. Fear traditionally is known to be a negative emotion. However, in the case of horror, in the form of media, fear turns into something positive, exciting, and even desired. Previously, in one of our recent PsyPointers, please watch that by the way, we tackled the psychology of fear, how fear is triggered by the presence of potential threats. Fear is a defensive flight or fight response. So why are some of us horror junkies so compelled to expose ourselves to fear-inducing things? Our boy Siggy Freud, which I'm basically going to call Sigmund Freud forever, is just so catchy, theorized that the purpose of horror films is to highlight unconscious fears, desires, and urges that are buried deep in our collective subconscious. I'm pointing at it wrong. Biopsych, I wasn't good, whatever. For example, in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, a mother plays the role of evil in the protagonist's subconscious. So, from Freud's view, our exposure to horror films help us release our deeply hidden anxiety and fears.
Jesus Christ, you scared the fuck out of me.
You scared me.
Nothing scarier than Padre Damaso.
Horror is a well-known genre of media that focuses on giving the audience the feeling of fear. Horror is known for the use of supernatural beings such as ghosts, demons, witches, and vampires, but you don't really need these supernatural characters to make a horror film. Psychological horror, on the other hand, is a subgenre of horror that focuses on mental, emotional, and psychological traumas to scare the viewer. As such, it utilizes the mystery for the scenes and having characters with deranged or unstable mindsets to deliver their scare.
How has she not seen you?
Actually, now I think about it, what's a good thumbnail for psychological horror? It'll be like, or like, or like, oh my god. You know what? Good luck, editors, with that. I don't know. Psychological horror focuses on the darker side of the human psyche that's often repressed. According to Ivy Lofberg, a film journalist, these films are designed to be more like vivid nightmares, sending the conscious mind an important message or warning of something that hasn't been acknowledged. So, filmmakers utilize the viewer's real emotional and mental fears to create something scary. And although this is made in the context of film, this quote can also relate to any other medium of psychological horror, such as games or books even.
You're getting up already! Come here! Come here, stop moving!
Wait!
I don't care!
He's coming, dude!
Help me, you
Dude!
I have completely passed my responsibilities onto you. Oh, she's after me. Yeah, I got what I deserve.
There are a couple techniques that psychological horror uses to creep into the depths of your mind. First, making the viewers question themselves. Suspicion, distrust, self-doubt, and paranoia about oneself is a very common theme in the genre. We don't need big, scary Babadook daddies to keep us up at night. The anxieties of what we don't know and what we can't control are more than enough. Plot twists. Surprise is used to deepen exploration of the film's theme. It makes it even scarier when we realize that we've been deceived and tricked. Subverting expectations makes us doubt everything we previously believed, and that sudden realization that you know nothing is horrifying.
Fucking broken glass is what gets me.
Lastly, relatable topics. Real-life themes like death and grief are common themes in psychological horror. When viewers are met with a story that they can relate to and imagine playing out in their own life, the horror takes a new form and eeriness. With all that said, why do we love psychological horror? Well, currently there are two dominant theories on the matter. First, we have the excitation transfer theory, which to try and define in an easily understandable way, it's the idea where a positive emotion emerges after experiencing feelings of suspense or dread from a particular scene or scenario. These may come in the form of relief or satisfaction after realizing how the situation will end after waiting through all of the suspense. Airplane, my god. See, I told you. Do you hear that? It's passing by. I see it right there. It's all the airports over there. It's really, really sad. To successfully achieve this, the main character must receive a good ending. Applying to psychological horror, excitation transfer theory can be applied when it touches on the psychological, mental, and emotional traumas of the characters and how they manifested in the story. Throughout the story may reveal itself through symbolisms or literal representations, such as people, animals, memories, which at times, the true antagonist of the story was the main character themselves all along. Cue a gasp of I'm bringing my dog. He wanted to tag along, right, buddy? The second is uses and gratification theory. Viewers at times actively seek out psychological horror movies because it gives them the satisfaction that they need. Perhaps they wanted to watch a film where they would make a long analysis video from the symbolisms presented in the film/game/show, or maybe they wanted to invest themselves in a story that doesn't depend on supernatural creatures in order for it to be scary or suspenseful. Rather, it's more on the lore or the world building the film/game/show is focusing on. Psychological horror simply gives an experience different from what's usually given in horror films. And that's why I love the genre, and it's why I recommend it to all of you to explore. Well, that's the end of our... Oh, there he goes. Okay, I love you too, Rocky. Come on. You stay here. Okay. There, you can stay here and look at the mic. Well, that's the end of our spooky series this October. It's been really fun making these videos for this month, and I have a lot of recommendations here for any psychological horror films, games, and books as well, which will be displayed briefly here on screen. These videos have been really fun. These are just some of our recommendations. If any of you have recommendations yourselves, please comment them down below. If you have any topics you'd like for us to tackle next, please comment those down below as well. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, we hope you all have a great day. Bye, Rock. Yeah.
You know, that's the thing about psychological horror. Let's like this, that, there she goes, goodbye. Whee, the hell you go. You.